All right. So, I know this is a little bit different from the way that I said I was going to start trying to record these videos. Wasn't really intentional. Just kind of, I slept a little bit later today. I didn't wake up until about, probably 2 o'clock, 2:30. So I woke up pretty late today, which is kind of by design. Um, my Sunday nights, I typically stay up pretty late, just kind of in preparation for the week because I'm still on this night shift schedule that's kind of throwing a wrench into some things. So I've found, the best thing for me to do is stay up a little later on Sunday night, sleep a little bit later into Monday, and then just kind of get my day started from there. So let's quit yapping about the things that nobody wants to hear about. Let's talk about the things that everybody does want to hear about. So today's chest day, which of course I'm very excited about. I love chest day. Chest day is always one of my favorite days. And I think it's one of my favorite days right now because that's one of the biggest things that I'm trying to grow. Like, don't get me wrong, I have a chest, it's there, but I really want that thick hanging chest that you see on the Olympia stage every year, that you see on the New York Pro stage, the Pittsburgh stage, whatever. And I'm trying to build that just hanging massive chest. So also, y'all gonna have to ignore that. That's my little scent diffuser thing that my wife got me for Christmas. So anyways, we're headed to the gym. It's gonna be chest today. And I don't totally remember if I talked to you guys about the change in training split and ideology that has kind of happened. So we've gone back to more of a volume centric lifting approach, I guess is how we'll put it. And I've already started to see like a drastic increase in, the amount of fullness that I maintain, the overall look of bubbly, muscle bellies instead of more flat muscle bellies. The little stint of push-pull legs that I did for, I want to say it was actually about 10 to 12 weeks of time that I spent doing push-pull legs, and it worked for strength. But I got really flat. I lost that bubbly, kind of rounded shoulders into a more swooping tricep and all those kinds of things. My legs didn't grow at all. They got maybe marginally stronger, but they didn't really grow at all, which I wasn't expecting growth. I'm in a dieting phase. But even right now in a dieting phase, going back to a more bro split-esque way of doing things, I'm seeing some fullness return, and I'm not going to call it growth, but that's what it looks like. So the diet's going pretty good. We're down about 13 to 15 pounds, depending on the variation of the day, in total weight loss from my peak, like bulked up weight. And I feel pretty good. Definitely starting to feel the calorie drop. Definitely starting to feel the, I'm not going to say lack of energy, but definitely slowed recovery. Sorry about this road being so bumpy, by the way. I know y'all are bouncing all over the place, but definitely starting to notice slower recovery. Used to, I could work my legs, every like 3 to 4 days, and they'd be good. And my legs, really, believe it or not, weren't the thing that were taking surprisingly long. It's been my chest and my back and those kinds of things that have taken way longer to recover than what I'm used to. Like my chest, I think I did chest last Tuesday. My chest was still sore on like Friday night going into Saturday. There was still some tenderness, especially in that upper chest area where I'm trying to target a lot right now. So with that being said, am I going to back off training at all? Absolutely not. But, going higher volume, slightly lowered frequency, because now on the split that I'm doing, if I go, let's say I do go 7 days a week, which most of the time I end up, taking at least one off day in that 7 days. But let's say I go 7 days in a week, right? 7 days straight, I'm not missing a day. I'll hit everything twice instead of every, 5 to 6 days. I'll hit everything twice every 7 to 8 days. Now my arms kind of by default get hit twice, because the way that I'm doing chest day, right, is chest with a little bit of triceps. And whenever I say a little bit of triceps, I mean, you know, enough triceps to pump blood into the muscle, fill them up, and that's it. That's all we're doing. I want them to be a little sore, but not so sore that I can't turn around and work them again in 2 days. So it's chest with a little bit of triceps, back with a little bit of biceps, legs, and then shoulders and arms in 1 day. So it's basically a 4-day repeat split. And I'm really enjoying it. It feels really good. I'm really excited to see, what it does for me in more of an off-season, like bulking style context. Because did I do more volume-centric training my last growth phase? Yeah, I did. But I don't think I was pushing it as hard as I could have been. I was pushing to failure, but I was still too concerned with the amount of weight I was pushing, not the amount of actual tension that I was driving into the muscle that I was trying to grow, right? So really looking forward to that. The growth phase should start, I'm thinking, around mid-March. Mid to late March is what we're going to go with. Now, my wedding is in early March. My wedding's on March 7th. The reason I say mid to late March is because I'll get back from my honeymoon on like March 13th, 14th, somewhere in there. So, and my honeymoon's a cruise. So I'm going to need to give my body some time to recover before we start pushing things hard again. And really, this will be the first time that I've pushed hard in this way. And I'm really, really excited to see what kind of result that yields for me. So, not really totally sure what we're going to start with today. That's kind of going to be what I do while I listen to my music and kind of get into the right mindset for this lift. It's going to be what I do while I make the rest of this drive to the gym. So yeah, I'm going to quit yapping about it. For me, I'll be at the gym in about 10 to 15 minutes. For you guys, we'll be there in just a couple seconds. And that means that you guys will probably actually find out what we're doing first quicker than I will. So yeah, I'm going to quit yapping. I'm going to listen to a little bit of music, get my mind in the right place, figure out what I'm doing. And then I will see you guys as soon as we get there. All right, so I already kind of got good and warm on some incline dumbbell press. Kind of unintentionally forgot to record all of that, but nonetheless, we can go ahead and get some good sets in. I give you guys the rest of the workout at least, All right. May have been a little out of frame for that, but we'll adjust to our next set. All right, we're gonna do at least this one and one more, probably 2 more after this. Try to do 4 sets here, but okay. All right. Might back the weight down one for the next set, but we'll have to see. So this has got to be my least favorite part of the whole trying to get leaner thing and all of that. It's 2 things really: loss of strength and looking flat. I don't like it, but I know it's part of the process. So just push through it. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I think that's good on those. All right, so let's mix in that little bit of triceps we were talking about to give my chest a minute to kind of recoup from that last set of flies because that was gnarly. And like I said, I'd already done 3 sets of incline dumbbell before, so sorry I didn't record those. I don't know what I was thinking. That's too light. That felt pretty good. Let's do 2 or 3 more of those. Then we'll move back on the chest. You can see this is the thing with mixing in the little bit of triceps here and there is it's just higher volume, just pushing blood into the muscle. I don't know. I like doing it this way. Doing like chest with triceps, so a little bit of triceps and a little bit of biceps on back day, and kind of giving them that extra work, and then really pushing them on their own designated day. Just gonna have to see how it works. It's being more noticeable once we get into a growth phase, but see how it feels for now. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. Whew. Let's push some more in there. Come on. Okay. Well, y'all will find out if we're doing one more of these, if we're moving straight into chest after this. Okay. So I think I might have changed my mind. I think we're gonna do one more, maybe 2 more, but at least one more of these. Then we're gonna go to a high to low fly where I'm squeezing down here, almost like you're doing that hands together, most muscular. Give those a shot. I haven't done those in a really long time, so it'll be nice to see how they feel after a while. All right, let's do a couple sets of these high to low flies. Then I think we're gonna do just some single arm overhanded tricep like press downs instead of a, like, you know, you think of a normal push down, your elbow stays kind of here. With press down, I'm thinking about letting my elbow drop and then pressing it out. You know, just make correlations to posing. That's what I do. That's what I know, like Seth Feroce does. That's kind of where I learned it. So let's do one more of those. My chest is pretty toasted. Let's do one more of those. Then we'll do our last tricep. We'll be done. All right. Let's do one more of these. Burn it out good. Get our last tricep movement. And it's done for y'all. I'm going to do cardio, but be done for y'all after that. Okay. Perfect. Ooh. Oh, yeah. That felt pretty good. All right. A good, probably 2, maybe 3 sets of these. Going a little bit heavier on them. So just see how we feel after the first set or 2. Then we'll go from there. Oh. Ooh. All right, I'm thinking one more of these. One more of these will be the number. Let's get to it. Fuck. Ooh, okay. Like a rest pause on that. Not happy with that. On that right side. Let's give it a second. Get, 3 or 4 more. That's it. All right. Ooh. All right. So I'm not going to say that that was a bad lift by any means. I can tell, feeling in my chest, actually touching my chest, I can feel that it got a good solid amount of work and tension put into it to where I'm going to be sore And I mean, soreness isn't the only indicator of a good lift, but it's a pretty good indicator. If the muscle that you were trying to target is sore, then you probably did a pretty good job of hitting that muscle on that given day, right? The only reason that I say I'm not going to say it was a bad workout is I'm also not going to say that it was like the best chest day ever or anything. I haven't had a ton of carbs today. I'm trying to space my food a little bit different now, because during the day, like before I go to work, it's really easy for me to tolerate being hungry. Whenever I'm at work, it's a little bit harder for me to tolerate being hungry. So what I've been doing is saving more of my calories for later in the day, which works out really good for a dieting phase, because that means I go into the gym with less calories in my system, which in my, bro science mind says that that's going to give my body more opportunity to use its internal fuel stores as energy instead of the food that I'm eating. And also that means that after the workout, I get to have most of my food, which is going to, one, keep me satiated throughout the night, but two, kind of replenish all of the nutrients and amino acids and everything that our bodies are burning through to try to, recover and rebuild that muscle that we just spent the last hour and a half tearing up. So, not a bad lift at all. Could it have been better? Yes, I could have 500 grams of carbs in my system with everything in place to make me as strong as an ox, but that's just not where we're at right now. So, say all that to say, in terms of a dieting phase chest day, I don't really have any complaints. It was pretty solid, felt pretty good, tried some new things, tried some different things. There's a couple things that I'm going to tweak for the next chest day, so I'm going to make sure that I go back through my notes where I have everything written down and kind of build out a new chest day for myself. Still, centered around volume and everything, but just maybe some of the movements need to be slightly different. For some reason, incline dumbbell press just has not felt good lately. But part of me almost says like, oh, well, you're a wuss. We'll put it that way. You're a wuss if you don't, go in there and pick up some free weights and then move them around. But for some reason, right now, in a dieting context, what feels really good is going in and doing, say, an incline press machine and a, flat press machine and, cable flies or cable presses or pec deck flies. Dumbbell flies still feel okay for the most part. Some days, but not bad. I've definitely done worse movements, but yeah, it's just kind of one of those things where I feel like I'm gonna have to make some little tweaks and some little changes here and there as we go throughout this dieting phase, just because, again, I don't have all of that energy that I would normally have for my body to use. But nonetheless, pretty solid. Did my evening 20 minutes of cardio right after I got done. Just 5-degree incline on a treadmill, 3 miles an hour. Watch a YouTube video, listen to a Vigorous Steve podcast or something like that. Which, by the way, if you need information whenever it comes to all things bodybuilding that we need to know, great channel to go watch. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go so that I can go finish the podcast that I was watching. Honestly, get home, eat, get ready for work, spend some time with my wife, get this video edited together and ready to be posted. Either gonna post it tonight or first thing tomorrow. I haven't really made up my mind. I'll probably just post it tonight though, as soon as I'm through editing it and making sure that everything looks the way I want it to. But yeah, we're gonna go home, eat, do all the things that I need to do, go to work, and yeah, hopefully, I don't think that we've posted a back day or a leg day yet. I could be wrong, but I don't think we've posted a back day, and I'm pretty positive we haven't posted a leg day. So maybe tomorrow on back day, maybe the next day on leg day, I'll record another video, get that put out for you guys. I'm going to start shooting for at least 2 videos a week. That's kind of what I have in my head that I want to be able to do. So that's just what I'm going to shoot for. But yeah, I'm going to quit yapping because I'm just rambling at this point. I hope all y'all have had a great, for me, it's Monday. This video you probably won't see it until Tuesday. But if it does go up on Monday, I hope your day has been pretty good. I know it's Monday, but I hope you're able to go get a good lift in, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe for me, let me know that you're here. And if you made it this far in the video, comment and just say the word chest. That way I know that you're one of those people who actually sticks it out and actually listens to and watches the entire video. That would mean the absolute world to me. So yeah, guys, I'll see you here within the next couple days, hopefully, for either a back or a leg day. If you have a preference on which one you'd like to see, make sure you comment that and let me know what you'd rather see. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in the next one.